So welcome everybody. So we're going to do quite a bit of pranayama tonight just to settle the emotional system, and then we're going to work with a meditation that I've called the giver of love, which is connecting to your true self, which is the light of everything. So let's just start by sitting comfortably upright. So if you're in a chair, that's absolutely fine. Just let the eyes close. Nice deep breath in, have a sigh out. Let's just let the head turn in one direction. So we'll just start by releasing any tension in the upper body and the torso. And as you move the body just very slowly, keep the eyes closed, just pay attention to how this body's feeling today. Notice that on a physical level, on an emotional level, and on a mental level. Lovely, let the head tuck down, draw a circle, relax the jaw, notice the points at which maybe the neck is a little bit tender. Just be really gentle towards yourself. Lovely, let's change directions. Lovely, and release. Let's twist the whole body to the right and just hold. Lovely, and change. Just really scanning the body, noticing any tension, particularly around the shoulders. Lovely, come back to centre. So we're just going to take a side movement, so I don't mind which side. Just lean on one arm, bring the other arm up and stretch. So it drop behind the head. Just bring some movement into the intercostal muscles. So we're just releasing any holding around the heart space. Good. As you inhale, look up to the elbow, and as you exhale, drop it down as far as you can towards the opposite knee. Just releasing the back of the heart space. Lovely. Releasing. Let's go the other way. And looking up and lowering. Just taking the tension out of the physical body. Lovely. Back up. Bring both hands to the shoulders. So we'll just do the simple propeller movement for the heart space. So it's inhale to the left, exhale to the right, and you can go slow, medium or fast, whatever works best for you. Just let the eyes close. So start off with that physical awareness of how the body reacts to the movement, and then go deeper into the emotional experience of the heart. Back to center, draw a big circle. Big sigh out. And again. Once more. Let's go the other way. Lovely, and release. Let the hands rest in the lap. Just bring them into a simple meditation mudra, one hand in the other. Thumbs connecting. And with the eyes closed, just notice the natural breath. Notice the breath as it moves into the nostrils. It's quite cool. And as it moves out, it's slightly warmer. Notice where you feel the breath's imprint in the body. So not just the lungs, but how it has this ripple effect through the body like a wave, expanding towards the back, near the shoulder blades, up into the head, around the cerebral fluid, down into the visceral organs as the diaphragm gently pushes onto the viscera. Just being aware of this eternal exchange of energy, where the inhale turns and becomes the exhalation, and the exhalation then turns inwards and becomes the inhale again. I'm going to start with a very simple count of 4 in and 4 out, and then we're going to move that into a square breath with the same count, but we'll hold the pauses for 4, just as a stabilizing breath to start the practice. So breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 4. Just keep it really simple, in and out for 4. Lovely. Now we're going to add the pauses and we're going to count them so it creates a square. Inhale for 4. Hold the breath in for 4. Breathe out for 4. Hold the breath out for 4. And keep going. Now we're just going to keep the same count, but I want you to add in some visualizations. So the square breath represents the element of earth within us, which is represented by a yellow square. So as you inhale, imagine drawing a line up from the right hip to the shoulder for a count of 4, and it's yellow. You hold the breath, it comes across the body to the left shoulder and then down. Then you hold it out and you complete the square, and then fill the square in with your mind. So you're kind of sitting in this beautiful yellow square, and be aware of that image represents stability and security. Let's just do 2 more really well focused breaths using the square. Lovely, just release. Now we're going to use the same count, but we're going to change the shape. And we're going to work with the green triangle, which is upward pointing. And this represents the element of air, which is heart space. So imagine that you're going to draw a triangle from the right side of the chest up for a count of 4. Then you exhale for 4. Green coming down, and then you hold the breath in and draw that line across, so you form a beautiful green triangle. So when you're ready, breathing in for a count of 4 from the right side of the chest to the throat. Breathing down to the left for 4. And holding the breath out as you finish the base of the triangle. And keep going and fill that triangle in. So it's a really beautiful emerald green shape, working with the simple count of 4. Start to be aware of a sense of, after we've held the breath out, when we've drawn the base of the triangle, and then we start to breathe in, we get this sense of expansion, which is what the air element is about. We'll do 2 more of the green triangles. And release. And now we're going to work with alternate nostril to clear the different energies from the left and the right side. So bring the right hand up. Either use the thumb or the ring finger to alternate, and then either keep the fingers resting on the third eye or tuck them in, your choice. Breathe into both nostrils first. Block the right, breathe down the left. Good. Now when you're ready to breathe into the left, I want you to count the breath in. So whatever your natural count is, just work to your own capacity. And then breathe out of the right by the same count. Breathe into the right, same count. Block the right, breathe down the left. See if you can slow the count down and maybe add 1 or 2 to your count. keeping it even throughout. Just be aware of the calming sensation of this breath. Let's do one more complete breath. So finish the exhale on the left. Lovely. Now we're going to bring our hands into Hridaya Mudra. So bring the first finger into the fleshy part of the thumb, and then the middle two fingers to the thumb. So just the little finger sticks out. So this generates focus of the heart space. Just feel how when you breathe in, there seems to be an automatic expansion into the thoracic part of the body. Notice the front, back, sides. And as you breathe in and out, I want you to start to visualize a lake of water in the heart space that is so vast that it really has a quality of infinity to it. And resting in its center is the most beautiful iridescent golden flower that's fully open. Just visualize that, imagine it. Be aware of the light that's being given off by this flower. Traditionally, it would be a lotus flower. And when you look more closely at the flower, notice there is a tiny being sitting in the middle of it. And this being is your true self smiling back at you. See how bright its light is. Let it fill your entire being, your entire body, your sense of self. Let it be filled with this beautiful golden iridescent light, which is the light of love. Allow this light to fill you up completely. So you're allowing yourself to be nurtured by yourself. And I want you to recognize this beautiful light, this being that's inside of you, inside of the body vehicle, is the giver of love. And you can think of this giver of love as being a higher vibrational being that is you, whatever you want to call it. It's an essence of spirit. Be aware of it within the heart space, shining out this beautiful light. And know it to be yourself. And let it nurture you. So we have to go inside, dwell in our inner space in order to make contact with this light within us. So find all of your senses going inwards to this light. And remember that inner and outer are simply thought constructs that allow us to order our world in a certain way. And it doesn't really matter whether you perceive yourself to be going inwards or outwards ultimately, because our true nature, which is love, some people might call it God or divine energy or source, is everywhere. But I want you to really feel that sense of presence at the heart space. And recognize your ability to touch the giver of love within you. And recognize that that individual spark of consciousness is just an extension of the vast consciousness that exists everywhere. And that it is ultimately all one. And what we offer anyone or any situation in life is a gift from that giver within you that is dwelling at the heart space, the place of love inside yourself. Just feel the light of love. Let it hold you, let it nurture you, let it support you. And recognize that you have something to offer that is unique to you. Accept those inner gifts that you have, your intentions of love and your desire to be loved. And just contemplating the energy of kindness and allowing that kindness to be directed towards yourself. Placing attention on it. Feeling the vibration of kindness, letting it flow from your inner being to fill you, to support you, to nurture you. Be aware of the nature of acceptance, emotional comfort, and just allowing yourself to support yourself from this light. They're all forms of love, self-love, without any strings attached, without any expectation, just acceptance of self, kindness, giving yourself emotional comfort, and giving that from inside of yourself. And to give freely without expectation, we have to find the source of constant replenishment, which is inside of ourself. But remember that that individual spark of consciousness is part of the greater whole. So start to feel the breath like a golden wave. It's coming in, it's going out, and it's replenishing you, filling your cup. And it is our imagination that is the bridge to this higher being within us. Just visualizing it will work. Feeling that connection using the breath. And just allowing this infinite pool of love to expand, to fill you, to complete you. when we seek to look for love in a true friend or a love partner, what we're doing is we're asking the giver of love to embody within a person. And embodying the giver of love within ourselves first is really important, so that we have a full supply for our own self before we reach out. So this is the analogy of the cup within us. When it's empty, it's difficult for it to flow anywhere. So just allow yourself to be filled, to recognize that you are this beautiful, infinite source of love inside you. And just take time in this stillness to fill yourself, to support yourself. So I have some codes that are coming in for me, for my heart. So I'm going to express them, and it may be that they will resonate with you as well. So just feel as if you're breathing them in. So these are light codes from Source. Sinuari tisiana tutakuraha, hibrini inisiana tutaka, hirisiotu kurutaka, mbrasiani nanatake. Hi ikrini no shotokuro to kurubataka. Hiria no no shoto to kuro to ko ayanaha. Irisina nana to kuro. Harbatu shununu to kuro urosiatake. Hiro uru utukuru tukuru. Uru 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 uru. So these ones that are sung are ancestral codes for the heart. Siwo yo yo yo. Siwa ye. Hiwa ye. Hewa, hewa, yeah, hewa, yeah, siwa, yeah, he, yo, 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 siwa, yeah, siwa, yeah. Hewa yes ya ya toyo ro 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 ro. Hewa ye hewa ye. Sono tutto corrieni in abbasiana de decay. Isi tutu koru yono no watsiana tata kakaria natu. Iribisini no no tutu koa anasiata teke. Isiru tutu kokoro taka. Arabasotu koro taka karisiana nanata tutu koro oro taka karisiana nanatete. Hikrisino no no tutu koa asiata taka karia naha. Just really breathe into the heart space. Allow yourself to love unconditionally. your own self. Just let the hands come to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And let the hands come down into light of the heart, bow the head to that beautiful presence within you, the giver of love. And namaste. Thank you for joining me.